guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Coffee with Mommy. So today's video is going to be kind of an emotional one, kind of more of a chatty video, just telling you kind of my pregnancy journey. I did have a miscarriage before I had Audrey, so I'm going to kind of mostly talk about that and then getting pregnant with Audrey. So grab a cup of coffee or tea or your beverage of choice and join me for a little chatty story time. Okay, so I have my phone with me, kind of being able to recap a lot of this. Going back 2 years, 2 years actually, this Labor Day is when I had lost my first baby, my baby little jelly bean that we called him or her. We're not sure what gender that baby was. I feel that it was a boy, which I will kind of go over why I feel that was a boy. But so about a little more than 2 years ago, I found out I was pregnant. Brian and I had been trying for probably about 8 months. It had been a while. We were having difficulty getting pregnant, but the doctor said that that was normal to continue trying for up to a year, and we finally found out we were pregnant. So we went to the doctor, had my 8-week sonogram, heard the baby's heart rate, and I knew that hearing the heart rate, the chances of miscarriage went down a lot. So we were kind of relieved at hearing that, and we didn't really have any concern. We didn't think that there was any reason why I wouldn't be able to get pregnant or hold a pregnancy. My doctor wasn't concerned or anything. Everything looked normal on the sonogram. Heartbeat was strong and regular. So we were happy and we were excited. So we decided to tell kind of our close family. We told our parents and our sisters, and then it was my cousin's birthday, which is end of August, right around this time. So we decided to tell our aunts and uncles, because I was about at the 10-week mark when we started telling people. And we were really excited, so we didn't think anything of it. We had heard the heartbeat, everything looked normal, everything was going fine, so we told our family. Then we had a party Labor Day weekend and knew we weren't going to be able to see much of our friends anytime after that. Everything kind of got back to being busy and everything, so we decided to tell our friends, but not post anything on social media just yet. I was really waiting till the 12-week mark to post anything on social media and to tell kind of some more of our non-closer friends. So we told some of our friends Labor Day weekend. We had a party that Saturday 2 years ago, and then I guess it was Saturday morning, I noticed kind of a little bit of spotting when I went to the bathroom. This might be a little too much TMI. But we did, Brian and I don't know. He said it wasn't a concern. I told him about it, and he was like, the doctor said that it might be normal, as long as it wasn't heavy or anything like that. So we weren't super concerned. I was a little worried about it. We had been fighting earlier in the day. I got really mad at him about something, and I thought maybe it's just stress, maybe it's my body's way of telling me to slow down and calm down. So we had the party, told our friends. Sunday, maybe the party was Sunday, can't remember what day it was, but Monday we went to dinner with Brian's dad, and I really just wasn't feeling very well. I felt very crampy. I was still bleeding a little bit. Nothing super heavy or anything like that, but I was starting to feel very crampy, and that was what was worrying me. So we came home. after dinner, and Brian asked if I wanted to go for a walk with the dogs. And I just was like, no, I really just want to get in the bath. I really don't feel good. And just kind of lounge around tonight and take it easy the rest of the night. We had a busy weekend, and then to get ready for work the next day. So Monday night, the bleeding got a lot heavier. I think at this point I had called my doctor, but they said it wasn't anything to worry about as long as it wasn't super heavy, and to give them a call back if I got heavier or I got a fever or anything like that. So Monday night, I did decide to call them because it had gotten a lot heavier and was like soaking through like a panty liner. So I called them Monday night, and they told me to come in Tuesday morning. So early Tuesday morning, I had called my boss to let her know that I thought I was having a miscarriage. I hadn't told her I was pregnant yet, so it was kind of a shock to her. So I went to the doctor Tuesday. Brian and I went to the sonogram. They weren't able to find a heartbeat and told me I had lost the baby. So I am RH negative, so I had to get my RH negative shot. Had to do blood work and everything to see my hormone levels, what they were at, and then they kind of sent us home. And Brian and I cried a lot that first day. I think we both took about the rest of the week off. We definitely took Tuesday and Wednesday. He tried to go back to work Wednesday but started crying and got really emotional, so we decided to take the rest of the day off. I think he went back Thursday, and I did a half day Thursday and Friday just to get out of the house, get myself back to a little bit of sense of normality. But because I couldn't sit in the house anymore. I needed to get out. I needed to do something. So that was a really, really rough week. And then the following weekend, he actually went away for his guys' weekend trip. I had some stuff planned with a girlfriend to go take the dog swimming and everything. So we went to like a doggy dip day at a local pool, and it was good for me to get out of the house. But the doctor then did recommend us waiting at least 2 cycles to try again, and I was adamant about not wanting to try again anytime soon, that I didn't think I could go through that again. So we kind of just took a break for a while. After my miscarriage, we did plant a tree in the backyard and bought this little stone. I will insert a picture of the tree and the stone. But I was out there one day after we planted the tree and put the stone in, and this little blue butterfly kept following me around and landed on the tree, and I took that as a sign of that was my baby boy telling me, Mom, I'm okay. I still go out there and just say hi. I didn't think I was going to get emotional. I thought I was kind of past that crying phase. But I still to this day do cry occasionally about it. This past week has been really rough. An older video, it's not my last video, this one's going to go up in a couple weeks. I let you know that my dog Aniston was really sick, and unfortunately this past week we had to put her down because she went into kind of multi-organ failure. She had some respiratory issues, so that was really, really hard. Really been an emotional week for us. so I think of her now watching over with us with her little baby and keeping him safe and warm and everything like that. But so after my miscarriage, every week I had to continue getting blood draws until my levels got back down to 0. And then when they got to 0, I should have gotten my cycle back. So that took about, I think it was like 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. It was a while, where I had to get blood drawn every week. So that was really emotional. Kind of every Tuesday I had to go get blood work done, and every Tuesday I cried. And so that finally went to 0, and then my cycle returned. And I remember telling Brian that I still was not ready to try. And I guess this was around September, also it was Labor Day weekend. I guess it was around like October, November. I still wasn't really ready to try, but I then found out I was pregnant again in December. And I was terrified. I was so scared. I couldn't believe it. It was before my missed period. I don't know why I thought to take a pregnancy test. I think just because I was so scared of getting pregnant. And so I'd ordered an ornament off Etsy saying Brian would be like, only the best husbands get promoted to dads, like welcoming baby Martins 2017. And then we were decorating the tree. So I guess it was like towards the end of December, or maybe it was early December. I can't remember how early we decorated our tree that year. We were decorating our tree, and I was handing Brian ornaments, and I handed him that one. He got really excited, and as soon as I handed him that ornament, I felt this like gush in my pants, and I immediately, any woman would know what that feeling was. And I went to the bathroom and I started bleeding like heavily, like a normal period, not just spotting. So I knew that it was a chemical pregnancy, that there was no way I was really going to carry this baby. And if I hadn't have tested before my period, I don't think I would have ever even known. So then at that point, Brian and I agreed that if we didn't get pregnant again without really trying in the next 6 months, we were going to go to an adoption kind of fair type thing, Q&A type thing at our library. And we weren't trying, we weren't tracking anything because I was so over it. I was so tired of it. It was being so stressful. We are pretty sure we conceived Audrey Valentine's Day, so we definitely weren't trying. We were just enjoying Valentine's Day. And the night I had agreed, or I had signed up to go to this adoption thing, I had told Brian we were going, that he needed to be home at a certain time for us to go. I think he made scrambled eggs or something for breakfast, I think, that morning. And I instantly got so nauseous and just, sorry, the thought of eggs still kind of makes me a little nauseous. Something had told me, okay, that was weird. I'd never been bothered by scrambled eggs before. I don't know why all of a sudden I was bothered by scrambled eggs. And I got up like a few hours later to go get ready for work and made my cup of coffee, took one sip of my cup of coffee and threw it up everywhere. And I was like, there's no way. No way. And that was the first time I had felt morning sickness. Like with my first pregnancy, when I had my miscarriage around 10, 11 weeks, I never felt sick. I never felt anything. So I knew that something was up. Either I was getting a stomach bug or I was pregnant. And sorry, crying always makes me sleepy. So I took a pregnancy test that day, and I took one of those, it was one of those older clear blue ones that said you were pregnant or not pregnant, but it also gave you the week indicator, and I think it said like 3 to 4 weeks pregnant. And I forgot how I told Brian this time around. I think I had just thrown the test in the trash, and he found the test. Was that the first time? I honestly can't remember. I know this time I told him because I put a shirt on Audrey that said Big Sister. So I know this time how I told him. But when I was actually pregnant with Audrey, I can't remember. So then, I guess around, it was before Easter, we had told my parents and his parents that we were pregnant again, and it was much later in my pregnancy. I think I was at least 11 weeks pregnant when we told our parents, because I was terrified to tell them again. And then we told the rest of the family on Easter, and on both sides we told them on Easter that we were pregnant again. And then this year we told both of our parents again on shortly before Easter. We had told our parents that we were pregnant and that Audrey was going to be a big sister. And then on Easter, which happened to be April Fool's Day, we told everybody Audrey was going to be a big sister. And nobody suspected anything. Nobody thought it was an April Fool's joke, which I was so surprised. Everybody was really excited and very happy for us. So it's really exciting. And now with both my pregnancy this time around and with Audrey, they've been very similar in the beginning. I got sick over the same things. I got sick over coffee and scrambled eggs in the first trimester. Second trimester was pretty smooth sailing. Third trimester has started to get rough a little earlier than it was with Audrey with this time, which you guys kind of know in my pregnancy updates, which I will do another one in about a week, because I don't even know, what am I, 28 weeks now? Mondays are my switchover days, so I can't even remember how pregnant I am this time around. That's pretty sad. Yes, I'm 28 weeks. So I will do another update after my next doctor's appointment, which is tomorrow. So that probably will go up. Maybe I'll do it later in the week. But thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any kind of questions or comments, I'd love for you to leave them down below. Or if you have any suggestions of other mommy content you guys are interested in seeing, please again leave it below. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And thanks so much for watching and kind of seeing me at a very vulnerable point. And then I will see you guys again next week. Thanks so much.